All right, hello everybody. I've been wanting to make this video for a while because more than one person's asked me about, navigating on adventure rides and how do you follow a route and this, that, and the other, and it's hard to explain. So I just wanted to kind of make a quick video and try to demonstrate how easy it is to use an old smartphone. So what I've got is I've got an old track phone because track phones are what I use. Never been let down by track phones, and they're pretty inexpensive. So probably just about everybody has an old smartphone laying around in the junk drawer or whatever, and that's all you need. You don't need a data plan. You don't need any kind of calling plan to text or call anybody. All you need is that old phone, and it's going to be treated like the tablets. You need to be able to get on your Wi-Fi at home to do some prep work. And likewise, if you're out traveling, if you go somewhere like a McDonald's or a coffee shop that has Wi-Fi, you can also use that phone to get on their free Wi-Fi and check your emails, Facebooks, or whatever. But anyway, just to get started here, I just wanted to show basically what the initial setup is. And aside from the app, to use your phone, you're going to need some kind of mount on your motorcycle. This is what I use. It's you see a lot of these. It's a RAM mount, and it just screws right onto the handlebar. So I moved mine from bike to bike, and depending on the size of your phone, you can get these in different sizes. So anyway, let's start. So you have the phone. You need an app, and I like to use OsmAnd. It's a free app, and like I said, this is Android, and I'm going to try to use gloves because that's another piece of this puzzle. You need to make sure you have some gloves that you can use a touchscreen with. These are actually Mechanics Impact gloves. I think it's part of their tactical line, and I've been using them for a few years, and I like them. So anyway, let's go to the Play Store. Let's download. And again, the gloves. Let's download OsmAnd. And so you search for it. It's going to come up. The free app is what I use. Let's install that. So that's going to install. So from here, you need a GPX track, which is what you want to use with these apps. So I am going to go to Facebook. I'm going to download the GPX for the Morgan Raid Adventure Route, which I am all too familiar with. So there we go. And the GPX is located in the Files section of that Facebook page. So let's go to the three dots. There it is. Download the file. And it is downloading. So we're going to go back to our OsmAnd. It has downloaded now. So we're going to open that. And this is where you really start to get into it. So basically what you have is you have your smartphone, you have your GPS enabled. Let's hit to get started here. And without a plan, without data, all you need is a working smartphone, and you can use that as your navigational device or your GPS. And how it works is while you're at home, while you're prepping for your trip, you need to think about where you're traveling. For instance, this Morgan Raid adventure route travels through Kentucky, Indiana, and Ohio. So what we need to do to have a map for that is while we're at home, while we have Wi-Fi, we need to download those 3 states, their maps. And we're in OsmAnd here, and it is asking us, what do we want to download? So I'm going to hit skip on this just so I can show you where to go to download these yourself. So this is the OsmAnd app, pretty basic because we haven't done anything yet. We want to download maps, and we just downloaded the app. It gives us 7 free downloads. So we need 3 states, so we're going to use 3 of those. So let's go to North America. Again, we're using the gloves. It's not ideal, but it works. United States. Let's see. We need, what did I say? We need Indiana. The standard map is what I'm going to download. Okay, it's downloading Indiana. So let's go back. We need Kentucky. Standard map. Download Kentucky. Oh, there it goes. Okay, Kentucky started downloading. Let's go back. We also need Ohio. There's Ohio. Let's download that standard map. So there goes Ohio. So that is downloading in the background. Let's see what has happened here. We have our GPX track has successfully downloaded, and there it is. So I'm going to click on that. I think. There it comes. And I don't know if you can see that. It is asking, what do I want to open that GPX track with? I already had GPX Viewer on this phone, and I just downloaded OsmAnd. So I'm going to select OsmAnd. And I'm going to say just once for now. And so it is going to add the Morgan Raid adventure route to this OsmAnd app. And our state maps have not finished downloading yet, so that'll take a few minutes. And it usually requires a restart from what I've seen. So we'll wait until those finish downloading, and then we'll restart our phone. And then when we come back, you'll kind of see what I'm talking about with when we turn off the Wi-Fi. And so we basically have a dead phone, and you will still be able to see the route and the state maps and the roads that you'll be navigating. So we'll let this finish downloading and do a phone restart, and then come back. Alright, so we're back. We did a restart on the phone. The 3 state maps finished downloading. So let's go. Let's open OsmAnd. Let's open the app. Figure out where it's stored on this phone. Okay, so there it is. We'll click that. We'll open it. We still have our Wi-Fi turned on at this point. So you're going to see, you could see a map for all these states because the Wi-Fi is on. But what you see there, we downloaded Kentucky, Indiana, and Ohio, an actual hard map to this phone. So it's saved in the memory of this phone. So from here, let's go. Come on. Turn the Wi-Fi off. There we go. So turn off. Come on, Orby. There we go. I may have just turned it back on. Okay, it looks like it's off. Alright, now we have to go back. Yeah, whatever. OsmAnd. The app is on. Our Wi-Fi is off. So what we have, the 3 states in green are downloaded. So we have those maps. And that red line that we see is the Morgan Raid Adventure route. So let's make that line a little bolder. I'm going to configure the map. See if I remember how to do this. Tracks, the appearance. Let's make it bold. Let's make it blue so it stands out. Come on, gloves. There we go. Okay. So what we're seeing, all the red dots are points of interest, historical markers for the route. So what a person has to do, wherever you want to pick this route up, wherever you live, wherever you're starting from, you've got to get your body, your gear, your bike to wherever you want to pick up this route. And you can run it south to north, north to south, run half of it, all of it, whatever. But what you'll do, let's say we're starting from the southern end down near Burkesville. We would get our butts down to the starting point, which is down on the Cumberland River. And so we'll start following this route north. And what you'll see as you start to move, there will be an icon, a bubble or a star or something like that, that moves as this phone moves. It's on your motorcycle. So as you travel north up this state route, whatever state route that is, I made the blue line so bold you can't hardly see. State route something. You can see it there in the white bubble. But anyway, so there will be an icon that moves. So as you follow the road north, that icon in real time follows you and shows you exactly where you are on this phone in relation to this map. So if I was following the route, I would follow this blue line up. I would make that right-hand turn, jog up to that first star right there on the river where there's a historical marker. And then I would continue following that blue line this way. And the whole time there's a little icon, like I said, that shows you where you're at in real time. So maybe you get up here to Burkesville and you accidentally make a right turn up State Route 61. Your route's going this way. That's where you should be going. That little icon, you'll see it as you ride your bike the wrong direction. Your little icon will be motoring right up this orange line. And so it's up to you to make the correct turns to stay on the route that you're trying to navigate. And that's all there is to it. You'll spend hours and days glancing back and forth at this phone as you ride one of these routes, and that's what it's all about, is just following the line on the phone or the GPS, and then don't get too enthralled with the phone to forget to look around you and take in the scenery, because that's what it's all about. But that's how you navigate. That's all there is to it. And like I said, this is just an old smartphone. I've heard iPhones are more fragile than the Androids. At least the cameras, I guess, they have a history of disintegrating with all the vibrations from the road. So I recommend Android. So you can pick up cheap Android phones on eBay or whatever. And you know, I've heard a lot of people talk about the Kyocera. I think it's a Duraforce Pro phone. I bought one once and tried it, and my aging eyes did not like it. The screen was not big enough. The phone I use now is an old, I think it's the ZTE that my wife used for years, and I've been using it on my motorcycle to navigate for the last 2.5 years, and it does great. Has a nice big screen. I'm sure it's going to die eventually. You can only recharge that battery so many times, but you just have to find something that works for you. So this phone right here, like I said, we just set it up with OsmAnd, and it's a free app. You can get that version as a paid subscription. It will have more features, but this is the free version. We downloaded the states that we plan to travel in. Maybe you don't need to download a track, an adventure route, or anything. Just download the states and keep this on your motorcycle, and you can navigate those roads. Because as you can see, you can zoom right in and you can see county roads, township roads, state routes, interstates, all that good stuff. But just keep in mind, if you're out of state, you can download. You need to download ahead of time, while you have Wi-Fi, the maps you're going to travel in, and then download them for offline use. So when your Wi-Fi is off, because you have no data, no plan, they're in this phone. This phone will give you a map that you can navigate by. I still recommend taking some kind of a backup paper route, just in case, because you know phones can die. Your charging system could poop out on you. Who knows? But in a nutshell, that's it. Think about keeping them weatherproof. You know, a light rain, these things will be okay. If it's a downpour, you might want to keep a Ziploc baggie in your pocket. Slide a Ziploc baggie over this thing, and you can still navigate through the plastic bag, and your phone will be somewhat water resistant at that point. So I keep mine plugged in and charging the whole time I'm riding. And I usually keep 2 or 3 backup phones. They're smaller than my primary, but I have them with the route, with the maps downloaded, so in case something happens to my primary, I can always throw up another phone there, and I can either make a beeline back to the house or just continue on with my route, whatever. So, well, I hope that answers some questions, maybe sheds a little bit of light on how this whole smartphone GPS navigating works.